I listen last year I work. I am about. I have no interest in politics. Politics is a wild thing. Our responsibility is to correct all the wildness around here. Therefore, I do not have to wait on anyone to tell I what to do. I look the sports of politics to tell I what to do. Trouble come when I see I know say trouble changes. You see, Jaja Son in to make all the relevant changes to bring about better for everyone. And I expect the Jamaican people to rise up and get on the right side of things. We need a new government under the direction of Selassie to guide us to a better and greater future. This is all about black people returning to domination, to lead ourselves and rule ourselves and manage our own affairs in the interest of our people. A new world order coming out of the African people, black people, that will saturate the whole youth world over the next few years or few decades. The highest level of rulership comes out of the first people, the African people, black people that originate at the center of this world, Haiti, Ethiopia and Jamaica. I notice no one wants to mention much about Haiti because of her demise. But Haiti is a very powerful country, extremely old country. And the first civilization, the Caribbean people and the African people come under the same groupings. And then you have the Asians. Then you have the Western. The African people are the ones that open timeline because they are the first people. The Ark of the Covenant come out of the African people. Therefore, at every new start, the covenant is being exposed by the first tribe of the African people, either out of Ethiopia, Haiti or Jamaica. This time around, you are seeing it coming out of Jamaica, the semi-positive center, to define a new world order to all mankind. Therefore, the wisest people are the first people, since all wisdom passed through the first people, resulting in others have knowledge. First people have wisdom. Those that follows have knowledge. Or those that follow have knowledge. Wisdom is the mother of knowledge. Negative before positive. The woman was before the man. The woman is wiser than the man. That is why you see you will have less war and confusion and hate when the women are in domination. Is that only the men ruling? The women have their time when they rule. They come into domination. And they are more balanced than the male because they are wiser and double dimension. The women are twice the men in mental faculties. That is why the women behave so wisely. Unless they are ingesting all kind of chemical male hormones, then they will start to behave as wild as the males. But the males basically are macho and wild, positive, fiery. Positive means fiery. Anything that aggressive is positive. Therefore, positive not only means good. Some people believe that the word positive means just good. In the context of science, positive means bad. It means the physical aspect of things, whereas negative means good. That aspect of things that you cannot see, God, spirits, etc., etc. So word does not have one meaning. It is based on how they are being used. Therefore, we see the first kingdom, Haile Selassie kingdom, coming back into domination to set a new pathway for the future, and will reign for 18,000 years before we move to heavenly timeline for 12,000 years. Then we are back to the hell line. His Majesty and the cycle, His Majesty and positive timeline, the first man and positive timeline. Therefore, came in at the beginning of 6,000 years. Also, in the middle of the 6,000 years, like 3,000 years ago, a little over 3,000 years ago, Solomonic days and Queen of Sheba. All these people were of the royal dimension at the first man. Each human being have 6 different manifestations. 3 in the negative and 3 in the positive. The same person is changing 3 times to male and 3 times to female. Each time the person dies, there's change sex. Male dies, becomes a female. Female dies, becomes a male, and the cycle continues from negative to positive. It's all about accounting entry, debit and credit. Each one replacing the other. If you don't have a debit and a credit, your account don't balance. That is the principle that account is based on, double entry, negative and positive, create. Woman and man equal 1. That is why you are told that a man or a woman will leave their mothers and fathers home and find their own partners and become one. A child may leave their parents' house and find their own partners and become one. Man and woman become one. A man without a woman is one-sided. A man with a man is the same. Double one-sided. A woman with a woman is double one-sided also. Everything half balance. No creative energy. And we are here to create. So if you are not creating, you are working against the order. Therefore, with the wisest people returning to kingdom domination, then the world will be a better place. There will be less wars and violence and crime, because there will be enough wisdom for one to live in peace and unity, humane and respectful to each other, understanding all aspects of life existence, that all human beings are created by the Almighty. We are not evolving as the wilder nation want to tell us or force us to believe. Just like how they want to force us that the earth is flat. That is the way they behave. Especially those in their religious belief. This is not time to believe, time to know. This is not the time to pray, beg, worship, and go to church and jig up yourself. This is time to learn about the law of the Almighty. This is the time to learn about the scientific reality of life. How to live in peace and unity. How to live to ensure that all our people are properly taken care of. Economic development and progress. That is what life is all about. How to prevent ourselves from getting diseases. How to keep ourselves and environment and ecology healthy and balanced. That is what life is all about. When you are a child of God, that is what life is all about. We have so much man of God about here, and prophets and priests and all kind of devils. And I'm not hearing them giving any attention to our environment and ecology. No, they're working to go to heaven, to dirty it up, to shit it up, like earth. You have to learn to dance at home, at your yard, before you go other place. To dance publicly. The more we preach love, is the more hate. It seems like we're going to have to preach hate to get love, to be coming to action. Why so many people suffering? Why the rich have all the money in the banks, packing up? What are they going to do with it? They're going to take it to hell with them in a box. I've indicated that this is the end of an old wild world order, and those with lots of money need to hand out some to poor Jamaicans that they can go and set up some industry, get into some farming, raise some chickens, put up some greenhouse. You see one will benefit from that when the food shortage come in.
A couple of days ago I saw this brewing, I think it was New Year's Day. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, aka Warmonger, said the airstrikes disrupted an imminent attack in the region that put American lives at risk. Now, my question is, show us the proof. Just like how Bush did come and say weapons of mass destruction, and them never find no weapons of mass destruction, them they just want to destroy Saddam. So I would say to Pompeo, why you never show the American public why you never strike before the fact? Are you going to tell me it's for intelligence reasons? Well, guess what? The people them don't trust you no more.
But know this, in the last days, critical times will be here, hard to deal with. For men will be lovers of themselves, high-minded and haughty, having a form of godliness but proving false to its reality, and that is religion. Religion having a form of godliness, but they are not living in the context of that reality. They are just talking. Word. Just words. No actions. all the activities taking place at this time is a clear indication that we are at the end of an old wild order.
A true man. As the new year, let them start the problem. They have no love.
No love.
What's that to them, you know?
Hateful, racist, and wild.
Love, like all that the man they know, that the General Mike Pompeo, him supposed to say to the president, say, no, make we ease off on that because you know the man here a top man. Make we catch them then in the app. Make we try and hold them, prevent them from doing something. But when you just strike them and kill them and you have no proof or nothing, you just look like an ex-criminal too. Criminal a hunt criminal in this world here.
Jamaica is no exception. They are all here trying to pirate our asset and legacy, our divine legacy. Why do you think we have so much shooting in Jamaica? I think they are only shooting people in the Middle East and trying to take away their oil and control and dominate them. They are all over us in Jamaica. But they better get out of here before the 2021 when I'm fully in charge around here. Then those who are grumbling will see where the fire will come from. Come around here promoting your Batmanism and dirty way of life to cause death and grief and sickness on our people. You all need to get out of our country with your dirtiness and worthless lifestyle. This is not about us as black people. You come here want to pass on your worthless germs on us. All these tourists that comes here from time to time. They bring in a lot of germs. I can tell you that. After they went in these people's place and killed their people, now they are calling for a decline in their wickedness. They want the other country not to do anything. And next month they will return and do the same thing and ask for this de-escalation just the same. These people are sick in the head and they have been behaving like that since the last 2,000 years. Disrespectful to other nations and races, especially our black races, our black people. That is why they are in Jamaica. That is why Jamaica is like this. Those white people are around controlling the politicians. Every politician have a little white, either they marry a little white sleazy girl or they have a Batman white man around them, telling them what to do. I can tell you that. That is why nothing can be done inside this country in the interest of black people. But my responsibility is to change all that, and the fire will burn and the war will continue until all that is removed from here, especially in Jamaica. The crime and violence will continue if all our instructions are not followed. And when I come on the road, fire will burn non-stop around here. For these old worthless, dumb politicians seems to think that our work is about joking. I come with something for them to thief and murder and write all kind of rubbish in books as they have been doing for the last 6,000 years. What they want to write in their interests. Changes come and changes go. Nothing remains the same. Those who think that they will be in damnation for the rest of their life are fooling themselves. The cowards of the world. The cowards of the world. Those are the ones that give the most problem. Those are the ones that cause wars and violence. People who are cowards they are the ones that always want to create confusion before they even think about it. But that is the way their mental faculty works. They are flowing from positive to negative instead of negative to positive. A positive mental flow will do things. People with positive mental flow will act before they think, do the positive things, which is the bad things. They act aggressive before they think about it. But when the brain is functioning the other way, negative to positive, then they think. You are in silence. You do nothing until you think about it. So your brain is balanced, flowing. But on positive timeline, that is the reality. The majority of the human being function from positive to negative. That also results in health problems. That is why lifespan is so short and positive timeline. Because the human being do all the things that to hurt them because of ignorance and because of their mental levels. No fault of theirs. They are in the positive dimension. One frame mentality. A one-sided minded people. That's the way they are designed to function. Resulting in what we see around us today. Violence, war, gayism, all manner of hedonisms. That is the nature of hell. And the human being on the hell line, that is the way they behave, are allowed by the Almighty to behave. Everything must have a bad segment. Notice how the youth sound, they all need a change. Everything is wild around here. Pure slackness, turning everything wild and ugly. And the people who are doing so want to remain in power forever. That's why the youth is fretting about what is the future. What is their future all about? Are we going to continue with the same old wild PNP and JLP killing off our people over nothing? Just because they want to go back in power. They want to win. You must have some people gambling on this political party and winning some big monies. Why? It's just a gamble. And they wait until the next election for another gamble. That is what I have been seeing all these years. And black people dying, the poor hungry, the poor children not properly educated. Some of them not even going to school. Sick, cannot even go to doctor. And then we hear about much more highest employment and so forth. Most of them, the earning that they are getting cannot even serve for a week. What sense to serve for 1 month? We have to pay, especially if you're living in town, we have to pay for everything, water. Every ounce of food you eat, unless you thief something. At least in the country you can go and cut a piece of cane or eat some mango, go look at breadfruit, pear or whatever. Put on a pot, even outside. Town you cannot do that. The only alternative is to kill somebody and take away theirs or thief it. That is why things are like this. No preparation is being made for each generation. The old one hang around in jobs that the young one should have, after leaving school, they should have gotten. But the old ones stuck up by themselves down in their position. They cannot leave until you have to kill them or they have to die. Okay. Selfish, stagnating progress. And some of the younger ones, I don't know what the old one give them to eat. They behave older and sound older than those who call themselves, than those who are truly old. That's what I'm seeing around here. For the thing they do and say, some of the older ones would not even say that. Look at people like Damien, claiming that he wearing Rasta hairstyle. There should be people who have good ideas. They should be promoting the PPP they are following behind wild old politicians. Wasting time. You cannot be doing the same thing over and over and expect a new or different result. Returning a PNP or JLP to power, what can they do more? The same thing that they are doing here and more of the same thing, worse. They can only lead us into destruction and fire.